Hello, hello, and happy Tuesday. Welcome to the VegInspired live show. Drop some emojis in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I love hearing where you are and where we are reaching you in the world. So whether you're watching live, tell me where you're calling in from or watching from, and whether you're watching the replay, tell me where you're watching from. I love to see where our message is spread. I am tuning in from Western New York. And as a quick background, if you're new around here or catching me over on YouTube, I'm a real person. I do travel full time in a fifth wheel RV with my husband, John, and Eddie, our little tuxedo cat. So don't be surprised if he hops up here. He loves it when I'm on camera. He thinks I'm talking right to him. If you are tuning in live, feel free to ask questions in the comments. I do circle back. So even if you're watching the replay and you have a question or a comment, the comments are open for you. I do check those periodically throughout the week to make sure that you get your questions answered, because this content, this is for you. We show up each week with a new video, a new training, a new topic to help you eat more plants. That's the objective. And today, I really want to lean in a little bit to picnic season, right? Yesterday was a U.S. holiday, really celebrating those who sacrificed the most amazing incredible sacrifice, I suppose, to giving us our freedom in the U.S. So we celebrated Memorial Day, which is the beginning of picnic season here. And we wanted to drop in and just share some recipes. So I'm your host, Kathy Davis. I'm a former school teacher turned plant-based lifestyle coach. I'm a 3-time plant-based cookbook author and the founder of VegInspired and the Eat More Plants Academy. I help people adopt healthy plant-based living as an intuitive and effortless way of life. We make your plant-based eating goals your way of life. We give you systems, habit development, foods, and the mindset work necessary to make the switch stress-free. Our systems help you create a life of eating more plants and fitting plant-centered meals into your fast-paced schedule without requiring hours in the kitchen, added stress, or wondering, what am I going to eat? Because that's the worst thing, when you just feel like all you think about is food. And that is especially problematic when picnic season starts or you start showing up to live events with real people that are eating foods that don't align to your goals. So today I really wanted to talk about shareable plant-based dishes, shareable picnic plant-based meals. What can you take to these picnics? What can you take to these potlucks? Hey, Jacqueline, great to see you here. Happy to have you tuning in. So what do we do in these picnics, at these picnic seasons, when all of these tasty recipes from our pre-plant-based days, are calling our names at these picnics and parties? I told you Eddie would pop up here because he just loves to be social. Come on. I know. It's so exciting when I'm talking, huh? You think I'm talking to you. So what do we do when those meals were, all those things we used to love? Maybe you loved deviled eggs, maybe you loved grilled foods, and now you're like, oh, I don't eat that. And picnics and social situations can be a challenge when we eat differently than the standard American diet, right? Standard American barbecues are hamburgers, hot dogs, and grilled chicken, grilled veggies, barbecue chicken. But we don't have to compromise our goals when we're in the presence of others. Now, with that said, it does take a little bit of planning and some intention to create these shareable dishes for the picnics and potlucks you're going to, but you can do it. I've been eating this way for 8 years. And I'm telling you, when you have a quick plan, when you have some ideas, it really allows you to step into those favorites that you have without compromising your goals. My philosophy on this is to make 1 to 2 shareable dishes that can also be your meal. So this is not the time to take a chef's salad. You want to take meals that can be, or dishes that can be your meal. I'm going to say that one more time. You want to take dishes to picnics and parties that can be your meal. Satiating foods, potato salad, potatoes, pasta, whole grains. Don't just take veggies and hummus and expect that that's the only thing, the only thing you can eat. And now that's the only thing you can eat and you're starving. And then you're leaning towards these foods that don't align with your goals. And if my other piece of advice is, if there's going to be something at that party that you absolutely love and you're going to miss, and it's really going to pull you back, make a plant-based version so that you can enjoy it and you aren't tempted to eat what is being served. Little buddy, come on. You're being so snuggly. Here, just sit down. There you go. Okay, so make those meals, make a plant-based version of something. I love pasta salad. That is my one favorite thing. I just love the pasta with the Italian dressing, but I don't eat oily dressing. So I always make either a pasta salad or I'll substitute farro for the pasta in a pasta salad. And I make my own oil-free dressing. And I love that. I used to love deviled eggs. So I always make deviled potatoes. Always. Those are just things that I always make to share because I don't want to go to a picnic that has deviled eggs and have them staring at me. Now, I haven't eaten an egg in over 8 years. I'm not going to eat an egg. But what I'm saying is, you have to make something that's going to satisfy those old cravings, those old favorites that you have, so that you can feel empowered in these picnics and these situations. So what I'm going to do when I'm done with this training, I'm going to put together a list of all of these picnic recipes. So if you want it, just give me a hashtag picnic in the comments and I will send it to you via DM. So hashtag picnic if you want the quick resource of all of these recipes and all of these shareable dishes that I'm going to put together for you when this is over. Some of my favorite shareable dishes are carrot dogs. I make a super easy carrot dog. I just peel the big carrots, simmer them in some spices, and voila, they can go on the grill when you get to this picnic. You can eat them cold if you want to. You can try and stick them on a skewer and skewer them over a campfire. Carrot dogs are easy, they're fun, and they can be made ahead. And like I said, you can eat them cold. Veggie burgers. Veggie burgers, they're a little bit more time consuming to make. Sometimes you need to bake them so that you can easily heat them at the party. But veggie burgers, black bean burgers, pinto bean burgers, there's so many different ways that you can put together different vegetables and whole plant foods to make a yummy burger that you can take and share. Picnic salads. Y'all, when I first started, I figured that I wouldn't be able to eat these picnic salads without Vegenaise. And what I found is cashew mayos, tofu mayos, even like oil-free dressings can really, really make these creamy, fun, nostalgic picnic salads work for you. You can use farro if you don't like wheat, if you're gluten sensitive or you don't eat gluten. You can use quinoa to make picnic salads. You can do pastas or some of the gluten-free pastas. You can do potato style salads. We have a really delicious recipe that will be part of that resource. Again, hashtag picnic if you want the quick resource. It'll be all the links and recipes that I'm talking about today. Just hashtag picnic in the comments and I'll send that over to you. But the potato salad, we grill the potatoes and a bunch of veggies and then mix them with an oil-free herby vinaigrette. It's so good. It's so easy. And it's something really delicious that allows you to really tap into those grilled foods without having to grill something in real time. I always use, and this is a tip for you, if you are making a green salad for family and friends for a picnic, maybe you said, oh yeah, I'll bring the green salad, and then you're going to bring some really satiating meal like a potato salad or a quinoa salad that's going to fill you up as well. You can use, if you're going for oil-free, you can use aquafaba, which is the juice from a can of chickpeas, in place of oil in the dressing mixes and recipes. Maybe you make a fruit salad. I have a really great fruit salad recipe where you add a little cinnamon and a little vanilla and some of the juice from a lemon or lime and really mix it together. And it adds this delicious flavor. You can even put in a few chia seeds just to get this like thickening, like cocktail fruit syrup kind of fruit salad. And it's really delicious. It's so refreshing on a hot summer day. And it's a great snack to share with people because it's all familiar foods. So again, when you're thinking about what you're going to take, don't take weird foods that nobody's going to want to eat. Like we all love tofu, but if you're going to make maybe veggie kebabs, do a few of them without tofu. So people can try it if they want to, but they don't feel forced to eat tofu. Maybe you also add in some pre-boiled potatoes to those veggie kebabs or use the canned new potatoes to add to the kebabs. So you have that satiating food. Right? Vegetables don't necessarily fill us up unless we eat a lot of them. So making sure that you have satisfying foods that you take to these picnics. You could do grilled veggies and then cook some rice in an instant pot. You know, our rice cooker that can be done outside. Again, I travel full time in an RV. When we're entertaining guests, we'll plug our instant pot or our rice cooker in outside, make rice for everybody. It's a familiar food. People aren't like, whoa, that's weird. Maybe they think it's weird for a picnic, but again, it's a familiar food and it allows people to have something satiating so they're not hungry. Maybe you do grilled veggies and turn them into fajitas or tacos with guacamole and pico and all these fun salsas and different, lettuce, tomato, olives, different toppings that people might put on their jalapenos, pickled veggies, maybe some pickled onions or pickled radishes, just really kind of leaning into fun flavors that people can make. And then do some familiar snacks. If you're the host, think about familiar snacks that people would want. Maybe dips and cheeses made from cashews. Again, a nice cashew spread goes really well with crackers, and allows you to have whole foods that you're serving that aren't making you compromise your goals. And they're easy to make and easy to share. Veggies and hummus is a great easy to share dish. Something you can take. Fruit trays, watermelon. Like, think of things that you can do that are easy. Maybe it's just as simple as having different berries in different bowls and they can make their own fruit salad. Looking at, and what I didn't say was deviled potatoes. I mentioned that in passing is one of my favorite recipes. I just take boiled potatoes, hollow out the middle, mash that with some, usually a creamy goodness, either hummus, cashew aioli, mash that up and make it all like the devil of a deviled egg. Put a little mustard in there, a little vinegar, some salt and pepper, and then I stuff it back in the potato. Deviled potatoes. They're so good. They're so popular. Everybody loves them. To me, it reminds me of potato salad stuffed in a potato, but it looks like a deviled egg. So you don't feel like you're missing anything, right? So think about ways that you can really use familiar foods to make some of your favorites. Maybe you like avocado. Maybe you do deviled avocados. Maybe you do like a ceviche with a lot of fresh vegetables, maybe hearts of palm or artichokes. Maybe you do a pasta salad with lemon and pepper instead of oil and vinegar. So just thinking about different ways that you can kind of change it up. And again, if you're watching this live or catching the replay and you really do want a quick reference guide for these shareable picnic meals, comment #picnic. #picnic. Make it super easy. Just give me a #picnic in the comments and I will make sure to send that over to you. If you are watching this on YouTube and you have Facebook, the best way to connect with me is Facebook Messenger. If you do comment #picnic and you want this, you may need to connect with me in a way that we can message back and forth, either Instagram @VegInspired or over on Facebook, veginspired.com/foodies will get you to our Facebook community. The biggest takeaway that I want you to have with shareable picnic recipes is whether you're hosting the picnic or you are going to the picnic, when you're creating recipes that you want to share, use familiar foods. When you take the weirdness or the unfamiliarity out of the dish, people are more likely to try it. When it's not familiar, they get a little reluctant. They get a little nervous. Even carrot dogs can be a little unnerving to people because they aren't sure what that's going to taste like. So really think about ways that you can, make things more familiar. Potatoes, pasta, those are easy dishes that we can share. And on a whole food plant-based way of eating, you can eat those, or a starch-based way of eating, you can eat those to your heart's content as long as you're eating lots of the right, healthy, balanced veggies alongside them. So if you're looking for easy picnic shareables, give me a #picnic in the comments and I'll send you the reference sheet for all of these recipes. And then you'll have this for the entire picnic season. If you do have questions or comments, you can put them in the chat. Remember, #picnic. Give me a hashtag in front of it. If you're watching this as a replay, give me a #replay. If you're watching this live, give me a #live. I love to see where everybody is and when you're tuning in. And again, the biggest takeaway I can have for you when you're creating shareable picnic recipes is to use familiar foods. And if you're going to somebody's house, make sure you take foods that you like, that are going to satisfy you, so you aren't tempted by all the other standard American foods that are there. When you're trying to eat plant based, the biggest empowerment that you can have is saying no to the things that don't align with your goals. And that's what we're trying to do here, is help you learn how to be empowered in these situations, not to shy away from those situations. Next week, I'll be talking all about easy recipes for you in your busy life, especially when you want to be outside enjoying the summer. Until then, eat more plants, live veg inspired, and have a great day. Bye.